so many queer people. If you were straight in any way, it was odd. It was very, very strange in our school.
I love that.
I know. Give us a country. Give queer people a country. I'll move there. I'll move there.
An island? I don't know.
Greece certainly can't be using all those islands.
No.
It can't be using all those islands.
There's 777.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
That's too many.
Give
too
us
many.
one.
They won't
Just
even notice one is gone.
They
Yeah,
won't.
I mean, we're
won't.
kind of doing that with Mykonos.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Bad Dates, the podcast. I am your host, Joel Kim Booster, back again. It's been a little bit of time for me. It may not have seemed like there was a break for you, but trust me, I have not been behind this microphone in many, many moons. And if you're watching at home, you might notice something different. We are in studio for the first time ever. Get ready for some incredible video content. I am not mad at all that I had to think about what pants I was wearing to record this podcast, which has not been the case in the past. Very excited to be back. If you're just joining us for the first time today, Bad Dates, it's very simple. The concept, it's right there in the name. I bring on some of my funniest friends. They recount stories of bad dates, bad hookups, bad marriages, bad relationships. It runs the gamut. A date is not just a date. It could be really anything you want it to be on this podcast because we've run out of guests. So with that in mind, I want to introduce you to our esteemed panel of guests today. Joining me is a comedian and actor from The Minx and Encanto. I've known him since my days in Brooklyn, baby. Give it up for Oscar Montoya.
Hello.
Well, thank you so much for being here, babe. Next, we have a writer and comedian from Hacks, The Chicken Sisters, and Punky Brewster. It's Mano Agapion. And together, I would like to say, Mano and Oscar host the podcast Drag Her.
Yes.
About drag race,
That we
which
inherited from you.
you inherited from me.
Yes.
I cannot stop doing podcasts and then deserting them immediately. This is the longest podcast relationship I've ever had. And welcome back to the podcast, a comedian that we all know and love. He's a writer and actor who says you may have seen him on Comedy Central, Netflix, or Grindr. Zack, Noe Towers.
Yes.
I gotta say, it's the copy that I was given. It's so shady. Who says you may have, like, who says
claims
that he has
Does
these
anyone
credits.
else get nervous when someone's approaching credits?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what's on the paper?
Yeah.
It can be scary.
Yeah.
It's always scary.
It is always like, it's so funny when they clearly, I have a website out there that I haven't updated since like 2014.
Totally.
And they will frequently go back
Copy
and pull
paste.
from that bio where it's
Absolutely.
like,
JFL New Faces.
Yeah,
and you're like,
Right.
like, not so much a new face anymore. Guys, so grateful to have you all here on our first episode back today. It's just family. It is just four gay guys shooting the shit. And I gotta say, there will be people that are upset. You know, I've read the
Disgusted
reviews.
even.
Some people think that this show has, since I took over, has skewed too queer. And to those people I say, listen and learn.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You don't have to relate, but maybe learn something from this.
right.
I would say breathe.
you.
Yeah.
Breathe, and you'll be able to take it a little easier.
Exactly. Our experiences are just like yours, just a little grosser. Okay?
Okay, we are gross.
There's
Yes.
some straight people that are just nasty, though.
It
Oh
is
my
true. It
God.
is true. They get up to some disgusting
I'm
things.
so glad I'm queer.
and I found that
Me
out
too.
because of this podcast, quite frankly. Like, I've heard what straight women are dealing with in terms of their community of straight men right now, and it's bleak. It's real bleak.
It's tough.
The number of stories that begin from straight women on this podcast that involve a man shitting in or around her.
Wait a second.
Or not in or around her. In or around her
The
apartment.
vicinity.
Like
Yes,
a-
the vicinity.
Like a protective
First
pentagram
date.
around
First
her.
date we're talking.
Insane.
First date, the number of stories that center around the story of a man wrecking a woman's toilet before they have even left to go to dinner.
I mean, but we shit on
is
each other
shocking.
too.
no.
Yeah,
No,
We
but
do.
like,
No,
there's
sister.
there's implied
looking at you,
consent.
Berlin.
There's implied consent. Okay, there's implied
The
consent.
whole city of?
The
You
whole
know
city
what
of
you're
Berlin be shitting on each other.
Like, don't go to the well if you don't want some water. You know, these women are not going to the well. I'll say that.
Right.
This is all non-consensual. Before we get into your gross, disgusting stories, though, I do want to stop. And we have gathered together from relationship experts 150 questions that you should be asking on a first date to better connect with that first date and get to know them on a deeper level. And so I want to know, from movies or TV, what animated character do you relate to the most?
Mine was literally animated already.
What?
That's
Perfect.
insane.
I swear to God.
Love it. I love it so much.
God.
And on bonus question, if you feel like throwing it in, who is the first cartoon character you remember having a crush on?
yeah.
Is a big one.
Aladdin, obviously.
Aladdin, a huge one.
Aladdin's
With
pretty
no
good.
nipples.
I'm gonna say
needs 'em?
the character that I relate, the animated character I relate to the most and have since childhood is the chest of drawers in Beauty and the Beast, because it's like for me, I see myself very much in the same lane as the chest of drawers in that. Not a lot of screen time, but high impact. Like
Totally.
I am not around a lot, but when I am around, you feel it.
Yes.
Yes.
And you remember it. And so I've always appreciated that
Also,
about
enacting
my
change as well. Let's not forget where the villagers rush into the castle and Chester George shows up. It engulfs a man. He comes out in drag
Exactly.
and loves
Wow.
Exactly.
it. And that's
Yes.
what you do.
And that is what I do. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing together
we're
right
doing.
now with this podcast.
Yes,
quite frankly.
we are.
So, great. Oscar, what is yours?
So the first thing that comes to mind, it's a blink it and you'll miss moment in a cartoon called The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack.
What?
In which
Don't even know it.
the titular Flapjack, who's like a little sailor child.
Is this a Cartoon Network?
And
It's
is
a
it a
Cartoon Network
pancake?
show.
Okay.
It's not a pancake. No, it's
Okay.
just but everybody in that world has sort of like a candy or pancake or sweet name to them. There's a child who's been sort of making fun of Flapjack the entire episode, sort of taunting him and going like, ha 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 ha. And finally the kid is just constantly laughing. And then Flapjack, just an affable child, goes up to this child dressed in like sailor clothing from like the 30s. And he's like, you need to grow up. And this child breaks the child voice, and speaks in a very mature man's voice and says, grow up, I'm 38 years old. And then they have a Ren and Stimpy close-up of just like
Crow's
this
feet.
child smiling, and it's like crow's feet, missing teeth, receding hairline. I am that character.
That's so
People
crazy.
approach you like you're a child.
you're a
and then
child.
and then they get up close and realize what
You've
they're
got
dealing
funny
with.
shirts. You must
Yeah.
be 16. I'm like,
I could definitely see you in a 1930s sailor outfit too.
period.
You
Oh my
would.
God.
Period.
I say that about
would
you a
rock
lot.
that? The house down boots.
You do.
I do. I really do. This is actually real.
What's yours?
Mine is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, that's good. Lots of holes.
Lots of holes. There is
We're starting
genuine-
already. This was supposed to be the wholesome segment.
Yeah.
And I guess it is wholesome. But I love SpongeBob SquarePants. I genuinely relate to him. He's sweet, he's goofy, and like sometimes
Laughs
he
a lot.
puts himself last in a way that I relate to. Like in one of the first episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants, he goes to Sandy Cheeks' house and he is too embarrassed to say, I need water to live.
Oh, right.
Yes. So and I've been this kind of person before who is so peer pressured and so wanting other people to like me that instead of saying I need water to live, I will dehydrate.
Yes.
And crumble apart and say water would be nice.
Which part of the country did you grow up in?
North Carolina.
Okay, that tracks, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, I was
going to
small.
guess like Midwestern because that's a very Midwestern thing. I'm very much like that as well, where it's like I will pee my pants before I ask where the bathroom is.
Yes.
Like I don't want to interrupt the conversation. So
Yes.
Like, have you had sex with someone to be polite?
all the
And I guess sex.
yes.
It would be
time.
like, it would be rude if I didn't follow through with
But
this.
I lie when I leave.
What do you
I have
say?
multiple times been like, I'm about to shit on you if I don't leave right now.
Okay, Berlin.
In
You listening?
Berlin. I just look at him and go, Berlin. But really, I have been like, instead of being like, I'm just not feeling the chemistry, I'm like, I have to go right now because I'm about to shit.
for
You're about to bust.
There was a moment in time where I was telling guys like, oh, I'm way too fucked up right now. I don't think I can do this or like get hard or like whatever. And then I realized it had happened so many times. And the last couple of times it happened on like a Sunday afternoon. And I was like, well, this is going to become my reputation.
Yes.
Like it's going to be like Joel Kim Booster gets so fucked up on a a Sunday
get
afternoon he can't
hard.
have sex. Like so I stopped doing that. What I did do last summer is I got to the place, wasn't into him, but instead was like, hey, are you into role play? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, what's the situation? And I was like, what if I was like paid to be here, not into it, want to leave, but like stay here and seal the deal and make sure you have a good time. And
Not
he was
acting your way
and
to
he
an
was
orgasm.
like down. So we played that out, and again, like not into it, dead face the whole time, and listen, I got out of there without hurting anyone's feelings.
Totally.
Joel, that is wild.
Yeah, so I'm SpongeBob a little bit too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bad dates. Bad dates.
Let's get into the stories today. I'm so excited to hear them. Oscar Montoya, you are up first. Now, before you
Okay.
begin your story, just set us up with a little bit of context. Where are you at right now romantically?
Right now, romantically, I am seeing someone, and before this person, I did not date for 10 years.
Wow.
I was sort of not seeing anybody, and that came from me sort of seeing, like, sort of hopscotching from one partner to the next. And one would say I'm a serial monogamous relationship, like one after another after another. And then after a while, I was like, I've never had a time where it was just me by myself. I'm so wrapped up in our identity that I never took time to figure out what my identity is. So I was like, I'm going to be single for as long as I can. And then 10 years happened, and I was like, wait a second, how does one even do this? So yes, but I'm seeing someone.
And he's great.
It's been very nice.
How long has it been?
How long? Like about a year now.
Okay.
Without being weird, as your friend, it's really lovely to see you in like a really nice relationship.
Take us now to the date in question. Where in the timeline are we?
Okay. We're talking college.
College. Okay, so this is pre-10-year break.
Yes,
this
is pre-10-year
well
break.
before the 10-year break.
This is like first relationship vibes. This was like freshly out of high school. I'm in a college that's like, I went to SUNY Purchase for dance. So a very gay thing and a very liberal arts college.
Well, I've seen you move, so money well spent.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
the bitch moves.
Thank you. And I was sort of in that school is like very sort of like the most hippy dippy sort of like
Express
whatever.
yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And I also studied contemporary, which is like
Oh my gosh.
the most
Hippy
of
dippy.
that. And so I was sort of like figuring out where I belonged here, and I was excited about like the possibilities of what it would be like to go to a school like this and to be an artist, a free artist. So I met a guy who was the drug dealer
Nice.
of the campus.
That's hot. I'm sorry.
Yes,
That's
For
hot.
the entire
period.
campus?
For the entire campus.
That's power.
Known
You're right to be
far and
sorry.
wide as the person who got you the shrooms.
Okay.
The hookup,
Anything.
yes.
The hookup, yeah. And something about, he was just so absolutely confident in a way that I've never experienced before.
Get you every time.
And of course, it's so intoxicating and like very sexually forward, like very flirty, very direct, very open. And for me, I was like, oh, this is like what being gay is all about. This
Drugs.
open drugs. Sinful behavior. And suddenly, like, he came up to me and we started talking, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's so comfortable, so forward. Like, it's like we've met before, and we started seeing each other for a little bit. It was like 3 months or something, and it was like really fun. Like, he really taught me how to let go and have fun and be crazy. And
I'm
that
sure
was great.
you had a lot of assistance.
Yeah. Were you
and
munching and crunching?
I wasn't munching and crunching. I was so
He was sniffing.
and whiffing.
and you know, after a while, I sort of, once it started getting routine and normal, once we were like coming down together, I realized like, wait a second, there's something in the way that he speaks to me that I'm like, he talks about like past experiences, and I wasn't there for them. I don't know what he's referring to when he says, oh, remember this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't remember. Okay, sure.
Oh, no.
Maybe, whatever. And then he said, like, oh, we were at this warehouse party in Scarsdale, and I was like, I was not there. I don't. And he
You've
was
never
like,
been to
yes,
Scarsdale.
you were. That's how we met. And I said,
No.
met?
Oh no.
No.
Come to find out, he thought I was someone else.
The entire time? For
The
3 months?
Entire time. He met someone at this warehouse party in Scarsdale that he hit it off that was great, that looked kind of like me.
You've seen a picture of this?
I have not seen a
okay.
picture. I have not seen a picture. And when he saw me on
This is
campus,
wild.
he was like, that's the guy that I connected with so well at that warehouse party, and just assumed that he was like, okay, we'll pick it back where we left off, right? And I was like,
That's
sure.
why he was so
Familiar.
forward,
Yeah.
familiar.
And that's why
hey,
he felt
sexy.
so like, yes, exactly, like forward, confident, because he thought he knew who I was. And for 3 months to be dating someone that you think you might be like is crazy to me.
Well, that's drug addict behavior.
Yeah,
first of all
it
and
is.
foremost.
Yeah.
It
His
certainly
brain is Swiss cheese. You
Yeah,
gotta
I
give him
mean-
some
Absolutely.
credit
And I did give him a lot of grace, and it did feel very racially targeted, I'll say that.
Sure.
you know?
Hey.
And
Tell me
it's just a
twice.
common theme that I'm like experiencing from that moment to now,
No.
of just like people think that I am someone else, like
People think we're each other too.
all
the
time.
Oh my god.
But that didn't help.
Yeah.
People think
We're the same person. Can you believe it?
Wow.
Yeah,
It's like
it's-
looking in a mirror.
But I think that sort of just like was the catalyst.
And can you come back from that?
No, there was no way. And this says a lot about my self-esteem at the time. I tried. I was like, sure, hey, listen, we have history now. There is precedent. But he was checked out at that moment, you know? And I
Yeah.
think he just felt so embarrassed after that.
As he should.
Which,
And
yes,
if you're
I'm
listening,
shocked that he felt
granted,
bad.
yes.
you should still feel
I
bad.
am. I'm shocked that he was like, "Oh wow, I fucked up."
Yeah,
My brain
he
is
felt
snakes and ladders.
really bad, and it sort of ended.
Yeah.
you know.
Did you do that thing of like, oh no, you're okay. This
I
is
did.
fine?
I did. I got into the sort of consoling,
Right,
sort of like, you
right.
know what? It's my fault for looking similar to
happens.
someone else.
No.
It happens.
Yeah.
It
People-
happens.
Bowen
you
and
know?
I, famously, this happens to us all the time
How?
to this day, which is
How?
insane.
That's
I mean,
But
wild.
we made a promise to each other a couple New Years ago where it was like, okay, this is going to happen, but I am no longer doing the labor to make this person feel okay about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to make them feel worse, but I'm not going to take time out of my fucking evening to sit there and pat you on the shoulder and
God,
be like,
it's
you're not
okay.
racist. You're
It's
not racist. You're
okay.
not racist. Like, sit with it. Think about it.
Yeah.
Crazy that
Yeah.
is something
good.
that we do.
You've upgraded from
And that is
SpongeBob,
the fact that that is our first instinct,
Yes.
right?
is fucked up. And
To be like, oh, I'm sorry, you hate crime to me. It's actually my fault.
I all the time. I'm like, no, it's fine. I'm the same as
no,
Oscar.
and listen, like my thing is, it's like there are Asian people I look like. Sure, it's difficult. It's a scientifically recorded fact that people of different races find it very difficult to recognize other races. It's just I struggle with white people sometimes too. It's
True.
fine, it happens. But Bowen is not one of those people that I look at,
You
and
and
that's
Bowen?
when
No.
when it's so egregious. And I think it's egregious with you too.
Sure.
It's just like one of those things where it's like, oh, you really aren't like you're scanning me
You're
and
not
saying
processing.
gay Asian
Yep.
comedian,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
that's as far as you will think, and
Period.
that is it.
Like Predator
and it's
vision.
it's so bizarre. And not to be too dramatic, but it gets to be dehumanizing when it happens enough.
Baby,
Oh, yeah.
it's that. It's
yeah.
like you chip away for so long, and you're like, am I even a human being?
Yeah,
You know?
tough.
It's
Yeah.
nuts.
What do you think, Mateo?
No one asks what Mateo.
Mateo
thinks
Lane.
about-
Yeah.
What do you think,
what do you
Mateo?
No, I
Lane?
was actually going to say what this. It sucks because I can't. This hasn't happened to me a bunch, but I got into an elevator once, and there were like these three amazing like hot black girls, and they're like, "Michael's here. I work with Michael," and I was like,
hell's
"She thinks
Michael?
I'm someone else," and I got so
Michael.
excited because I was like, yes, like yes.
Did you have to?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm not Michael.
Oh,
But
okay.
she's like, oh,
I thought you were going to
oh,
lean into it
you
and be
look-
like, Michael's here.
I would have loved that.
I just loved it. I
yeah,
was
so
like,
it happens. It does happen to
please,
you.
yes, like yeah.
Yes.
Your doppelganger is apparently Michael.
Yeah, and
whoever.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah. That's a big one. So, Oscar, what lesson did you learn at the end of this situation that you have brought with you into your current dating life?
Being able to be seen as a completely fully realized human being
love
and
that.
making sure that my partners also see that part of myself, you know? And yeah, it truly did set me up to have a tough skin, to have been the subject of microaggressions for the rest of my career, you know? To me, I find it like hysterical when people confuse me for other people. That for me, I'm like, okay, yes, this happened to me even in college when I was no one. Okay, I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also, yeah, I don't need to say that person was white. He was a white person, and you know, it typically happens for white people.
Amazing. Well, Horatio Sands, everybody, give it up for him and his story. That was really incredible.
So good on
What a beautiful
SNL.
tale.
Bad dates. Bad dates.
Zack Noe Towers.
Hi.
Now, we can be a little quicker than we were with Oscar because I know the status of your love life right now.
Yeah.
But why don't you share with the listeners?
Oh, I'm like super single, but also like I love being single. Becoming a short-term relationship person was kind of revolutionary for me because I don't think we like celebrate that a lot. So like, I don't know. I just like, I've yet to find someone who really enhances my life. But I do hook up a lot.
Yeah.
I find myself seeking, but not really finding.
Do you make? What's the longest you've made it? Is it 3 months or so?
Actually, I've hit like a year.
Okay.
But
Whoa.
it hasn't. The sex disappears really fast. I like lose sexual interest
I totally understand.
quickly.
Yeah, you just need to live a poly story.
But I also think like when you fall in love with someone too,
It'll be different.
It changes. It's not like maybe not as like horny, you know, as it is in the beginning, but it becomes something different and
Sure.
better
Passionate.
and special and passionate and spiritual,
Intimate
connected.
and- yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's part of the reason why we're open is that like I love having sex with my partner. I love that version of sex, but sometimes I want to be a fucking whore.
Yes.
You know? And it's like,
Yes.
that's a different kind of sex and it's a different kind of performance. And it's harder to do that and have that kind of sex with the person who knows you better than anyone in the world.
That's
And
real.
maybe the person you had a tiff with like the night before, you don't want them like doming the crap out of you in bed because you're like,
They're
no,
so-
I'm still mad at you.
That's the problem with us is that like when one of us tries to do something like that, like if he wants me to be like really dom, I can't help but laugh because
Yeah.
he
You
knows
know
that's
this
not
person.
me.
Totally.
I know that's not him.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and our solution was to go the non-monogamous route. There are, I'm sure, solutions for everybody out there who does not want to do that. But I totally understand with you. It's the novelty, it's the newness. Like
Yeah.
that's what makes you horny. And like,
I also
yeah.
refuse to be in a relationship that sex is not at least one of the rooms in the house.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and I also think something that we've done too is like, I think for a while we were very consumed with like, oh, it's got to be like penetrative, full on sex every night, like, or blah, blah, blah.
Or
and
something's
that's just,
wrong.
Every
that's just
night.
not something that is like a reality for most gay men. It takes a lot of work to be able to have that kind of sex. And so we're just like hooking up a lot now.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know,
Stuff.
instead of like me excusing myself to the bathroom to go jerk off, I'm like, hey, do you want to help me? Like, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like, it doesn't, and so we keep the intimacy in our relationship
Yeah.
without having to like have the pressure of it being like a full on fuck fest every
Yeah,
single
yeah,
time we do it,
Totally.
you know? So pro tip to everybody
I
listening.
think that is healthy,
Yeah.
straights.
Start masturbating together. It's great. Bring back the hand
Oh,
job.
I
it's
love
fine.
making out and jerking off with a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot.
And that's still part of it.
Yes.
It's all part of it.
Yeah.
We define the terms.
We define the terms.
Okay, yeah.
Speaking of defining the terms, Zack Noe Towers, bring us now to where in the timeline your story takes place.
I'm sober now, but I was like a drunk drug guy like for a long time. So this is Vegas when I was probably like 23. I should say.
A dangerous age to be in
Dangerous
Vegas.
time. Thank God fentanyl wasn't around then.
Oh.
Because I was doing any coke offered. me.
Really?
Oh my God! yes.
We didn't know how good we had it.
No. Okay. So, this is a threesome story. And every
Thank you
threesome,
for warning me.
every threesome I've ever been presented with has been the hottest man I've ever met in my entire life,
God.
and his troll doll boyfriend.
Oh my God, that's
Every
tea.
Wait, troll dolls are cute though.
Cute.
I'm
so
half
cute.
troll. I acknowledge. I say this. I'm right. Hot guy, troll, Zack Noe Towers.
That is so funny.
Sexy
Split
keeper
the
elf.
difference.
Oh my God, I am.
Split the
Sexy
difference.
You're the
Yeah.
missing link.
Yeah.
You're the missing link. Oh my lord.
Climbing out of the primordial ooze. Okay, so this couple came up to me, and it was like literally a runway model and his troll doll. And I was like kind of in it for like romance a little bit. Like I was like, I needed to be like courted somewhat. So they pitched going back to their apartment where there was a hot tub on the roof.
Okay.
And they grab a bottle of wine and we go to the hot tub. So we go there. I put my clothes, wallet, keys, phone into their apartment.
Okay,
Go
I'm
up to the hot
nervous.
tub. Despite it being like 4 a.m. in Vegas, there were 2 straight guys in the hot tub.
What the hell?
Talking about their feelings,
What the?
which felt gayer than what I was going to do in the hot tub. And
I can't stop imagining a male model and a labubu.
it was
like
literally that. Okay. I will say the male model was like kind of the heroin chic model. So he had like that like
yes.
lanky like. You know, but he was stunning.
Right.
So
Slender Man,
Troll
yeah.
Doll at this point is like, you guys
Say
have
Slender Man?
you guys have
love
your glass of
Slender
wine
Man.
in the hot tub. I'll go down and get the apartment ready.
right.
Great. So we're having the wine. Hot guy is the dumbest person I've ever talked to.
I love that.
my-
Actually goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Hair,
That's a
life.
package deal
That's
right
why.
there.
Like he'd been in a fender bender and he kept saying he was worried the insurance company was going to find him reliable. Multiple times he said this.
That's amazing.
I know. But at the time I was like, I need to see your dick or I'm jumping off the roof. You know? He's also way drunker than I thought he was.
Okay.
He's out of nowhere. He turns to the the 2 straight guys and goes, "Hey, you guys gay?" And like, just to paint a picture, these men were wearing board shorts below their knee,
That'll do it. Yeah.
full calorie Budweiser. It was a Confederate flag short of a hate crime. So through gritted teeth, they're like, "Nah, man." And the dumb hottie goes, "You want to be?" And I was like, "We got to go."
Well,
Like,
I
we gotta
have
go.
to say though, like, give it up to the elders in our community who shoot the shot. Because he would not have asked that question if he hadn't asked that question in the past and someone
Yes.
had
yes.
said,
Thinking
well,
about it.
maybe.
That's
you know?
one of my favorite things about our gay elders is that they always shoot the shot. And it works a lot of
Yeah.
times.
Because oftentimes they have an intuitive sense that we don't have from cruising days, you know? This is not
Totally.
science, but I just think
It's like a buried
lot of them
gene.
really do had to learn how to like sense someone's vibe,
Yes.
you know, in a way that we
Wait a second.
have not. Because
Do y'all know about Red Uncle?
What? It sounds already racist.
It sounds like a knockoff Santa. What is Red Uncle?
No, this sounds like someone talking about their Chinese
Communist.
uncle
Yeah.
who's like trapped in Hong Kong right now. Like,
So there is a man who recently lost his wife who was feeling very lonely. And so he puts on drag
No.
and solicits men on the internet.
nice.
And he has a video like channel called Red Uncle in which like these men show up,
I
have
have
sex
heard
with
about
him
this.
and leave. But he dresses in drag and it's like the funniest.
and isn't
drag.
it like, didn't it start like behind a sheet or something like
Yes,
that?
it started
Yes.
behind
Like
the
a
sheet.
glory hole.
Yes, that vibe. But part of the thing is that he's asking for something in return. Like he's like, I will have sex with you, but you have to give me something, anything. And so people bring in like half
Half a sandwich.
bottle
I
of like
love the
cooking
bartering
oil.
system at play
It's
here.
giving that. Yes, absolutely. But like we need to see a picture of Red Uncle there's a picture of him in drag and it's just like caked foundation. He has a wig with a heavy bang, but he doesn't paint the bang, the forehead part. and it's just so funny. And he has like
This sounds like a horror film.
honestly,
just to let you know.
It sounds
long
like
legs.
Donald Trump's paint job. Like areas missing foundation. So you drag this man down from the hot tub back to his apartment. He's too drunk.
He's like guiding us down to the apartment door, and we get there, but it's locked. And so I knock, nothing. Knock again, nothing. Again, 4 a.m. in Vegas. My keys, wallet, phone, clothes
Are
on the side of the door.
inside.
So I pound on the door, and the light comes on. Deadbolt flips open. Door swings, but it's not Troll Doll.
huh?
Because Dummy has taken us to the wrong floor in the apartment complex.
Oh my God.
And I've been pounding on a stranger's door.
Oh my God.
So this roided out man in his 50s curses us out. We go down to their apartment. That door's unlocked. Troll Doll is beside himself. He's crying, he's sobbing because he thinks we've gone to hook up without him. And it's opened all these relationship wounds.
Oh no.
They're like screaming at each other.
And you're just there.
Boners deflating in real time.
Oh, that's hell.
But again, I wasn't going to leave. The drugs had worn off at this point. I
Yeah.
didn't know where my friends were. So I was staying in this apartment. So I counsel them. I get them to apologize. I get them to hug
Not
it
you
out.
being a mediator.
BetterHelp? Where's my discount code? Could you imagine me being on the other end of BetterHelp? I'm like, you should break into his car.
It's giving better hole.
So we get romantic again. We go into the bedroom, and Hottie immediately passes out.
Wait, so
leaving
it's you
me
and Troll Doll.
with Troll Doll.
no.
And again, he's
You
put in
paid
his
the
hours.
toll and you don't even get to cross the
Yeah.
bridge.
and he's off.
Pay the troll, fuck the troll. And I'm gonna let him fuck me, and he does, and he's going hard,
Oh God.
like hard. Like, you know when you're having sex with someone, you're like, this is about something else.
Yes.
yes.
about me.
This is
is not about me.
a character in this. Either that
Right.
or I called him Troll Doll out loud at some point. There's anger in
Hate
it.
that.
But then,
hate that.
just like our good buddy Jesus Christ, Hottie is risen.
Friend of the pod.
He sits up like in bed out of nowhere.
Okay.
Like Nosferatu.
It's like a sexy Nosferatu. But he doesn't engage with us.
What?
Instead, he walks to the center of their carpeted floor and starts peeing.
I knew it.
Did you?
Now,
No.
what, like, this has happened to me with a couple of people who've come over to my house and hooked up. They've
Has
done this. Yes.
Peed on the
But
floor.
the more important question, also like Jesus, was he hung?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
God bless.
It was a gorgeous, like, horse cock.
Oh my
Just
God.
peeing. So it wasn't not doing nothing for me. But
Right.
but Troll Doll doesn't do anything. Troll Doll keeps bugging me.
He's busy.
and
he's
he's just
focused on
screaming his partner's name. So he's just like, Jason! 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 This went on for what felt like ever. But Hottie finished on the floor, Troll Doll finished in me, and we all had a cuddle puddle. Not that type, but you know.
Wow.
But
How did you leave?
actually, you know what's so funny? The twist in this story is that me and Troll Doll had sex again in the morning.
Wow.
Without Hottie.
Wow.
I know,
And
isn't that beautiful?
sometimes-
So you must have.
Isn't that the way?
It
like,
is.
Sometimes people, like, I always say this about LA, living in LA, is you will have sex with some of the hottest people you have ever seen in your entire life, and it will be the worst sex you have
Yes.
ever had in your entire life
Yes.
because they're not used to getting notes. No one gives them the
They've
note.
never had to try.
And
they
they
never had
less
to
is
try.
more.
Yeah.
The bad kiss.
Yes.
I've had horrible kissers
Oh.
from the hottest man I've ever seen. I'm like,
Yes.
It's a chop. It's
What
a
is
chop.
going on?
It's a full chop. And the people who, especially, like, I've often said this, like, I love a butterface. I love someone who had to get hot because they had no other choice.
Period.
And, like, those people, they were in the trenches and they went to school. They studied.
They
They were
passed the
Googling
test.
how to eat apps.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
They know how to do it. And they're grateful. But,
Yes.
so, Zack.
No one sucks cock like a former ugly.
It's true.
Wow.
It's true.
They're so
I'm
thankful.
speaking for
Me
myself
too.
here.
Yeah, no.
I'm
Okay.
calling myself
Listen,
that.
if Accutane hadn't done its magic right
Yes.
now, okay,
Tootie blowjob over
I would.
there.
once if you've never had cock, you've been starved of cock, and then you finally get it in your mouth, you're so thankful.
Sure.
You're so thankful. And
like-
and hot people aren't. They're like, oh yeah, I see this all the time.
Yeah. It is like going to one of those like cities in America that doesn't have running water and passing out a
Flint,
water
Michigan.
bottle, and they're like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, so thankful." And meanwhile, you know, we
Yeah.
live in luxury
like finding the
here.
green place in
I
Mad
leave
Max.
my faucet on while I brush my fucking teeth. Okay. So Zach, what was the lesson that you took away from this experience that has, you've carried with you?
I mean,
into
obviously
the
what we
future?
just said is that like don't judge the troll by its cover.
Yeah.
Also, I have a distinct like memory of feeling so scared not having my phone wallet keys closed.
Yes.
So I since then I'm keenly aware of like where my phone is. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no!
I think
And
that
is
was that
that's a
disturbing.
skill that comes with age as
It
well. Like at
does.
23, I had no idea where any of my shit was at any given point in time. Just constantly left it on a party trolley, left it at the diner, left it everywhere. So I get you. Thank you so much, Zack Noe Towers, for that riveting tale, twists and turns.
Bad dates. Bad dates.
Last, I cannot wait to hear this. I am so sad that this is coming to a close, but Mano Agapion,
Hi.
again, I think I know your relationship status now, but
Yes.
give the listeners a little peek into your world.
I'm
where you're at.
married to a nice
what
man.
Woo!
You've met.
Yes.
Back in the day, we were watching Drag Race
Yeah.
together in a
Uh-huh.
living
Oh my
room.
God.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I've been with him. We'll be celebrating 10 years together. In a couple days.
Oh my gosh.
Success story.
Crazy. Yeah, he's great. He's awesome.
So, where in your timeline, if you've been together with this man for 10 years, is the bad date
Yes.
story about this man? Or-
No, he's great. We don't have many funny stories of him being bad.
This is the problem. Like, my partner, I think, expects to be in my set or be a presence in my set.
There's
a
nothing
lot.
funny.
And I'm like, babe, we're in love and we're healthy and we communicate and we don't have, like, there's just, I thought you would be a greater gold mine for me for material.
Totally.
Honestly. But there is nothing about our relationship that I can find to make funny.
Wow.
It sucks.
Right. Well, there's nothing funny about being happy or in
exactly,
love.
exactly. I was a
Deeply
much better
unfunny.
joke writer when I was miserable, single, working 3 jobs. You know.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, he's cool. The only thing that's funny is like, because now you become I've become like a Kathy. You become a person who's like, my partner did the funniest thing. He farted in his sleep, and it's like that's really like tired ass.
Yeah.
I'm a teacher humor.
This isn't interesting to anyone hearing it except for you.
Yeah.
And maybe your partner.
Yeah.
I love to keep tabs on his gas expulsion
Yeah.
throughout the night. So I'm a Kathy too, I guess.
Like you
Yeah.
audio record?
What's that?
You audio record the farts?
No, I just I kind of count because you did hear that story about that couple who the woman would sleep underneath the covers, like weirdly, like a freak, basically, underneath the covers, like blanket fully covering
Dutch
her.
oven.
And she started getting like headaches
No.
and foggy and like they thought she was really sick and had a degenerative
No.
brain disease. And it turns out every night she was poisoning herself because her husband would fart so much underneath the
huffing
covers
it.
and she was huffing it every night and
Lord.
slowly poisoning herself.
Putting
And
methane into her body.
Putting methane into her body. And then she stopped sleeping under the covers or got different blankets or something and now she's fine. So
That is, I hope that's true.
it is absolutely 100% true. Google
If
it,
that's not
ask
true, I'm walking.
ChatGPT. It'll come up.
It sounds like an urban legend.
So,
Sorry.
Manu, where in your timeline does your story take place?
Before I met my husband, I'm still a like really deranged slut, but like I was a different kind of deranged slut then, like really taking flyers on the strangest people in the world. And this was a time when I was on Grindr and I was flirting with a couple on Grindr, and the classic tale is like, oh, couple's good. Why would I not sleep? Like two people.
Yeah.
That's 50% more dick.
Well, and so fun to be the guest star, I have to say.
my God.
As a now coupled person who has tried to organize threesomes, it is so much more stressful when you are in charge of this person's experience of you.
Of course.
Like it's like when you're like guest star, you come in, stir up some drama,
Yes.
save a marriage, maybe
Yes.
box out the weaker husband. Like it is
you show your moves.
yeah, exactly. And then you just get to
You show your combo.
Yeah.
You do the fatality.
everything's new to them. It's
Yeah, it's great. So they were like, and I was already intimidated. I just hadn't done a ton of threesomes, and they were like, come over, have some wine. And at the end of the wine, if you're not feeling it, you're more than welcome to leave. And I was like, okay, this is...
How generous of them.
For some reason, that was a green light.
It's one of those things where it's like, well, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
You actually,
The fact that they verbalized
yeah,
it.
you saying that to me actually makes me worry that there was a scenario in which that wasn't the case.
But you know, on Grindr, sometimes they're like, now,
Oh, yeah.
on bed.
Ass up.
You know what I mean?
Me, but I'm getting married straight to the point, utilitarian down.
Yes,
you know?
yes. So I'm like, okay, great, I'll go. I go over there. Couple, just like every gay couple in the world, you know, they have a similar, they're doppelbangers. They look, you know, they look the same. But I wasn't that worried about that because they were both handsome. I was like, okay, work. This is gonna be fun. We start chit chatting. We start drinking the wine. They're like on either side of me.
Cool. Like raptors.
Like clever girl.
Title of that.
They're on either side of me there, and like they're giving me a lot of attention. Like you said, guest star. I was like, okay, fun. This is cool. Making out. Ooh, the wine's flowing. And but I'm noticing like as they're reaching over each other and as they like begin to touch, there's like a flinch happening. So like would one of them I'm in the middle.
I don't like this.
There's a flinch happening, and then they're like not touching each other's hands and stuff. And I was like, okay, happens a couple times. And I'm like, hey y'all, like I just want to understand like what are we doing? Are y'all not touching each other or something?
Let's get the Zack cam on, please.
I think I know where this is going.
I'm
I think I know where this is
I'm
going.
literally
And I'm
sweating.
also, I don't think I put on enough deodorant to hear this. Yeah.
And of course, one of them says, don't freak out.
Which is, you never want to hear.
You never want to hear. And they say, we're not a couple. We're
Couple of
brothers.
brothers. Yeah,
I know
fuck.
it. Oh God. And it's like, I'm sorry, but like, never say don't freak out because it's like,
no.
don't say something that would freak me out and I won't freak out. Like,
Really?
When they said don't freak out, what was your immediate thought?
It wasn't brothers. It wasn't. I thought they were like, we're into, like, one of us is going to go in the corner and one of us is going to kiss you and then we're going to tag. Like, I thought it was going to be some
and
other...
honestly, that's fine.
Yeah.
So it's one of the great, things about threesomes is I can go pee and then come
And it
back.
keeps-
and
Yes.
everything's,
I thought it was that. I was like, okay, we're gonna be fine. They're brothers. And I was like, what? And they're like, we've never done this together and we wanted to do it. And
are they twin brothers or?
And how
no,
was
they
the
had a
sex?
couple years between them.
Oh.
But
Somehow that makes it weirder for me.
That they were
Like I am less forgiving. Like if they were twins, I'd be like, yeah,
because
fucking go
twins is
for it.
masturbation.
I don't know, but it just like
It's the same person.
it's my most cancelable take. I think gay twins should be allowed to just do whatever they want to do. Like, there's no babies coming from that. Like, they're on the same level. There's no power differentials. It's just like let the twins do what twins do. And but brothers, I don't know why. That's the
No, that's
a line
crazy.
You draw
too
the line
far.
there.
Yeah.
You're stomping out of the.
Mine is that Girl Scout cookies are bad.
No, too far.
Yeah, too far.
Too far.
Yuck. Yeah.
Okay.
So they tell you they're brothers.
They tell me they're brothers, and I'm drunk. Now, and they're like, don't worry, like we still we want to like we'll like not touch each other. We'll like be on different sides of you. We just wanted to do this together. Like, and I was like,
How did they
okay.
think this was gonna go down? Like, what was the
don't-
plan?
Well, because I am a pervert. Let's be clear. I am a pervert because I did what? Stayed.
Yeah.
I stayed.
No, as
finished
you
the
should.
deed.
As you should. You knew there was a podcast you'd go on eventually.
Again, also, it's not my it's their crime, unfortunately.
No, yeah.
But obviously, the act happens, and during the act, there's a lot of
Juices?
Dare I say sports talk?
Oh.
There's a lot of encouragement between the brothers.
Okay.
Of like, yeah, do that. Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, get him.
And so I am now the football field in front of them. And
This sounds like a porn I downloaded on LimeWire in like 2011. Like this is so
It only took
crazy.
36 hours to
Yeah,
download.
exactly. I went to bed and woke up the next morning like it was Christmas. But
Big bro, little bro.
yeah, exactly.
And-
Exactly.
it happens. We finish, and that 45 seconds after is like the longest 45
Oh, I can
seconds.
only imagine what the post-nut clarity was doing to their heads. months after that.
We had all come back to our bodies. We're no longer floating above, and we're all just
Society
like
exists now.
society exists. They have to go to
rules.
Thanksgiving with each other.
Yeah, wait, were you at their family home?
No, they is an apartment that they live together in L.A.
They're fucking.
I agree. See, I don't think I was the first at all.
Wait, you think they're fucking each other?
Yeah, they're living together. They're bringing over a
And they
third.
could make a killing on OnlyFans.
I know.
I just, it is like, yeah, you gotta wonder. I don't know. Again,
It was a gag. And have you ever done anything so kinky that like you don't need to have sex for like a month after?
totally.
I was like depleted.
I'm good.
You
I was
said,
like,
"I'm
I'm
done."
good. I'm okay. I don't need to do sex for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what would be your lesson that you took away from this scenario that you've carried with you into your now 10-year-long relationship?
Nothing. He learned nothing.
I learned nothing. I guess I learned that like you can go down the rabbit hole, but climbing out is a lot harder.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Damn.
You know,
That's poetic.
Deep.
fuck
Brothers.
Rumi.
No.
Rumi should have fucked this pair of brothers, and then we would have gotten some poetry from that man.
Bad dates.
This has been such a fun
Wild.
record. So many good stories from each of you. It's been such a blast to talk to friends and family on our first episode back, our first episode in studio. Cannot wait for all the people watching at home to take advantage of this view. But in the meantime, Oscar Montoya, where can people find you? What are you doing these days that you'd like them to know about?
Well, Mano and I are co-host of a podcast called Drag Her. And you can follow that at Drag Her Podcast on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. And you can follow me individually at Ozimo on Instagram.
Really quickly before we move to you, Mano, who's your favorite to win this season? Just to give the listeners a little taste of where the
Of All
takes
Stars
are.
10.
Of All Stars 10.
My favorite to win is Bosco.
Okay.
Will she win?
I think people if I weren't already someone who listens to your podcast, I would definitely tune in just for the taste alone. The taste alone.
Wow.
That's so nice.
Praise.
Mano?
Yes, I do a podcast called Drag Her Podcast. You can find it on YouTube, TikTok,
Interesting, just you.
Instagram,
Interesting.
even Patreon now. We're doing Patreon now.
Everyone is. Substack, I hear.
Girl, I know. Maybe we'll
chomping
put
it.
episodes out there too. But doing that, you can. We inherited this podcast from you. We do bits regularly that it will return. You will regain possession of the podcast.
I've been fighting. My lawyers have been, fighting with
Litigious.
yours for
Or it's like
so
a
long.
threesome that you went to pee.
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
came
yeah.
back.
You went to
And then
pee
I
and we
come
locked
back.
you and we locked you out. Just
fun.
listen to that podcast. We have so much fun doing it together. And I think my favorite for this season is Aja.
I love that too. I really do. Love
That to me would be a true underdog storyline.
Yes.
And it's a lip sync off, so
I mean,
We
we'll
don't know.
see.
She's strong. She's strong.
I'm not like super optimistic about that, but if we have a true underdog, it should be Aja.
and
Wait,
Jack-
what's your personal social media sister?
Mano Agapion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
you.
I don't have a take on All Stars, but you can follow me at Zack Noe Towers, ZACHNOETOWERS. And I host a podcast called Good Sod Pod or Good Morning Sodomites. And it's me and a friend talking about their sex life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Never
guessed it.
would have
I
guessed.
know.
Never would have
One
guessed you'd
trick
be
pony
good at
over
something
here.
like that, you know? Okay, well, as always, listeners, if you've enjoyed what you've heard here today, which I know you fucking did, don't lie, go straight to the rate and review page, give us 5 stars. It really helps other people find the podcast. We love to see your 5-star reviews. I like to see your 4-star reviews.
I get pissed.
Yeah.
I'm like, who the fuck do you
Yeah,
think
it's like,
you
what's
are?
the difference?
You got
Come
you
on.
came all the way over here
Dragging
to
down
do
the
that.
average to what end? Okay. That has been this episode of Bad Dates. We'll be back next week with more stories from the trenches of bad dates, bad hookups, bad marriages, etc., 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 with a brand new panel of funny friends. Please tune in then. Until then, goodbye.
Bad Dates is a production of Smartless Media, created by Robert Cohen. Executive producers are Robert Cohen and Stuart Bailey. Produced, edited, and engineered by Devin Torrey Bryan. Produced by Ann Harris. Edited by Kyle McGraw. Associate producer is Maddie McCann. Social media producer is Tommy Galgano. Executive producers are Sean Hayes, Will Arnett, and Jason Bateman. Executive producers for Smartless Media are Richard Corson and Bernie Kaminsky. Music by Kushi and Eben Schletter. If you've had a bad date or would like our advice on any dating issues, please tell us about it at baddatespod@gmail.com or call us at 984-265-3283. That's 984-265-3283. That's all for this week. We will be back for more
Bad dates.